Hey everyone, welcome back to Zero Dawn. Today we are going to do Deep Secrets of the Earth. Finally, we're going to go to the Zero Dawn facility. And there are so many machines around Sunfall, I forgot just how dense it is, especially around that tall neck back there, which hopefully we'll do soon. It's a really fun one. But yeah, we are here in Sunfall. I haven't been here in
Sunfall.
A long time.
The Mad King Duran's summer palace.
Oh yeah. Oof.
A bulwark of Carja might against the howling Forbidden West.
Thanks for the history lesson.
But they have no idea what lies beneath. We will learn much from this Aloy.
That's what I'm hoping.
Yes, we will. Again, full spoilers for the entire Horizon series. I may already know what's waiting for us, and that's okay. There's the old sun ring. We'll see that soon. But yeah, these refugees are not doing too well. I believe there's a quest in here somewhere. We're gonna ignore it for now, but we'll come back later. Up into the main city we go. Ooh, we get to meet Vanasha. I've missed her. And I might actually do some trading off camera. I haven't been to a merchant in a long time on this playthrough.
Would you like to buy something today?
I would. I'm just gonna do that off camera really quick. Yeah, I don't know how much the Shadow Carja armor is going to be the heavy variant once we unlock it, so I'm going to try and save up for that. I didn't end up buying anything. She looks excited.
The sun ring. A proud tradition of the Carja.
Oh, they all got smashed down.
Given time, I'm sure they'd miss it.
This is much bigger than the Sun Ring in Meridian. Do they actually used to have machine fights in there, or is it just sacrifices? Also, how did they get that behemoth? Actually, you know what? That door's pretty big. I understand. It is fun to watch them get knocked down, though. Alright, let's keep moving. Oh yeah, if you've played Fallout 4, I don't know the actor's name, but the guy who voices the male main character, Nate, he voices like half of the Shadow Carja here, and it's really weird hearing him. Also, Chinox. I guess this guy's a lowlander. They really did do an overhaul on their design in this game. The only one in this game that has lines is Ulia, the one in the rebel camp. But
so many come to the Sundom and can't be bothered to work.
That's not the Chinox thing, is it? No, it's the Carja Outlander. Talk to me. I am your champion. Hikaru likes me. Okay, whatever. Who else we got here? I think this should be an Utaru somewhere. That looks like the Sunhawk. That's a Banuk. Hey, love you. Utaru.
Those rebels in Sunfall to a standstill.
Maybe some Nora. Another Tanakh. It may be the exact same model, but still really cool foreshadow on their part. I wonder at this point how much they actually did know in advance about what they were going to do with the Tanakh.
Now we get to see if your attack on their focus network was entirely
The ceasefire
successful.
just ties our hands.
What are you talking
That's
about?
Uthid's armor.
Did I crash the network or not?
In theory, all should be well. Success. Welcome to the Citadel, Aloy. I'll check back with you in a moment. In the meantime, circulate.
Circulate. Is that Helis's model, or is that different? Okay, it's a little different. I wasn't sure. Oh man, look at all those warriors. You should all just take a break, have a Kit Kat.
Outlanders, if you want to hear about today's bounties, head for the throne room. You're not going to make any shards by standing out here. Filthy mercenary.
That's an outcast. Oh, excuse me.
Don't bother me, Outlander. All the bounties are announced in the throne room.
If this were Baldur's Gate 3, I could murder you.
Don't bother me, Outlander. All the bounties are announced in the
That's not a knock against Horizon, very different game. Sometimes I just wish I could murder the evil NPCs. I don't think there's anything around here. I haven't been to Sunfall in a long time. No, I think we should just keep going. This place is a lot bigger than I remember, though. Especially the exterior. It is really cool that those Tanakh are there, though, like when I think about it.
Of the sun revealed. Behold, radiant Edaman, the one true Sun King. The light in shadow, whose will is light and whose light is law.
Poor boyo. Look at his face.
Command Lucian's Bahavas to speak in my behalf.
Took him 5 tries to practice and get that right. Oh.
By the will of radiant Edaman does the sun glare down mercilessly upon the traitor Uthid. To the hunter who brings his head to us shall go a bounty of 500 shards.
More prisoners than royalty.
In this economy? That's nothing.
Love your hair.
I love you, Vanasha. Oh, I missed you.
You and I need to chat, little huntress. The green tent down in Shadowside. I'll be waiting.
Kind of busy.
We both know you're no killer for hire. Uthid is innocent. So come see me while there's still time to save him.
So,
Well?
the way in I spoke of is right behind you.
You've got to be kidding.
Not at all. And you needn't worry about the Kestrels. They'll be too busy acting important to pay attention to you.
First time in the Citadel, gotta see the sun ring from on high.
Well, the Kestrels.
Ah, they want us to see this, boy. It makes
I
quite an
trust you can at
impression.
least pretend to respect your betters.
Oh, he's got cool, chest paint. I don't know if I've seen that on a Karja. I must have. Right, you can speak with the outcast.
Nora, you have the mark of a seeker.
It's more complicated than that. I'm an outcast. Like you.
Yes. I am Yun. These are the shunned. We'll take any job, but hunting our hated tribe, that's for free. Keep that in mind.
Why did they cast you out?
Murder. You?
Birth.
I do love that line.
How disappointed All-Mother must be with us.
Another Nora outside the sacred land. Banishment is a bitter draft.
Oof, okay. I didn't notice this for the longest time, but outcasts usually have brown paint instead of blue. Except Frost, because he's cool.
You're not known to kick hooks killers. Have any songs been written about you?
Maybe. How about you?
Only laments. We're the enders of songs. Machine spirit or man spark. We stop them all.
Ah, charming.
Warmth is for weakness.
Well, you're looking a little warm in all those furs, buddy. Bit excessive much.
Kikuk. Speak with him if you must.
Move along.
See, that's Nate's voice.
This is insane.
If you're gonna watch some slaughter, this is the place to do it.
You underestimate
I don't like
the days
heights.
of hiding in plain sight.
You worry me, boy. Another manhunt. How many men and women can one tribe lose? Odin, leader of Odin's marvels.
Cool eye patch.
You've a fresh face. When you're less an eye or an ear or two, you'll fit right in. First impressions make the sale, except in this snake pit. They'll take whoever shows up.
The balustrade. It's a short drop from there.
Silence? You're interrupting?
This isn't your first
never
job for
happened.
the Shadow Karja?
Scared of their own shadows, Karja, more like. They spit on me, but the shards are good. Look at those nobles. I say noble, but you can't dress a rat in silk and call it a rat king, can you? Sunfall is a house of clay. If you were to stamp your foot, it would all crumble.
Rat King. The Last of Us would disagree.
Shouldn't you all be setting out to hunt Uthid?
Have you never done this before? Whoever goes first just leads the others. Just take a load off and avail yourself of some Karja booze until someone sniffs out the trail. Then watch us seek out our prey, straight as a Ravager's shot. Zip!
Are you sure you're going to be able to walk in a straight line?
What are you getting at?
If the Osram are known for beer, are the Karja like wine people?
Do you think Uthid did what they're accusing him of?
I hope so. It'll make him more dangerous. My advice, it's best not to overthink such things.
Yeah, whether or not
overthink
someone's...
whether he's guilty or innocent?
You let all these thoughts in your head, you'll never make it as a mercenary. Only thing that matters is dead or alive. If they say alive, bring a rag to stuff in its mouth. But these days, no one wants alive.
And on that note...
Farewell, Odin.
Good hunting. If I should have cause to kill you, you won't suffer.
So very kind.
Thanks.
I think we do actually have to fight them, right, in Uthod's quest?
If
I
you've
can't
got
remember.
a problem with me, talk to Odin. If you can stand
Yeah,
his
it sounded
breath.
like Vanasha needed our help pretty urgently, but we've got some more important matters to deal with. Like doing this impossible jump. Okay, I swear to God, this is impossible. If I can get it on my first try. Okay. Okay. Ah, the key is don't hit the jump button. Very unintuitive. Okay. I am very proud of myself, though. Now, Silence is going to tell us that there's no way back once we go in. I did make sure we have Ridgewood. I ran out on the stream, which was... I've never ran out of Ridgewood before. It was terrible. Okay. Let's go in.
I see you've been here before.
Obviously. Now, it's very important that you hear what I'm about to say. I've shown you the way in, but this humble vent marks a point of no return.
Kaboom!
Before you descend into the depths here, you should be fully committed, equipped, and focused. No distractions. If you have errands to run, do them first or hold your peace.
Did you say distractions?
Is that clear?
I was really hoping it was gonna be a bird or something. Yeah, it's clear.
Tolerate what I give you, Silence. I didn't ask you along for the ride.
He asked if we were focused. Ha! Sir, do you see this pharaoh focus on my ear? Impossible not to be. Wait, I need more Ridgewood. Ah! I'm kidding, we're fine.
I'm heading down.
It's like
I've
just
spent
humans
a
in here,
lifetime
right?
trying to uncover the secrets of this world. Where the machines came from. How the old ones achieved such marvels only to fall into silence and death. A lifetime of failure. As year by year, decade after decade, I hit walls I could not break, doors I could never breach.
Hello.
Until a Nora huntress marched out of the savage east. And voila, for her, all the deepest secrets of the earth were laid bare. I suspect you will have an easier time with this door than I did years ago.
Silence can be quite the wordsmith, honestly. Like, props to him. Good with his words.
Genetic profile confirmed. Entry authorized. Malfunction. 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 Malfunction.
Kidding me?
You don't hear me laughing.
Shut up. There's gotta be another way.
Sir.
Hey! Elizabeth Stoback here! Requesting access!
Access request acknowledged. Root command functions available. Do you wish to proceed?
I do! Get me through this door!
Analyzing. Primary access inoperable due to mechanical failure. Emergency venting procedure likely to circumvent blockage. Do you wish to proceed?
Think it through, Aloy. But, I mean, honestly, what other choice did she have?
I underestimated. Too bad now,
Is there really no other way in, though?
Guess you can't have everything.
That will draw attention. We won't have this place to ourselves for long now.
We? Last I checked, I was the one risking my life down here.
Yes, fine. Now will you please get moving? There's so much to learn in less time than I'd hoped.
Like, I know it was designed to withstand the Pharaoh Plague and to not be detected by those bots, but after 1,000 years, I mean, look at all the stalactites and stalagmites. There's gotta be a breach somewhere.
Hold on. We found it.
Are you really so surprised?
Facility diagnostics detect multiple failures. Attempting repair.
So, what was this room?
An entrance hall, perhaps. Have a look around.
God, I know you guys all probably agree, but I would do anything to erase my mind and relive this for the first time. You know, honestly, I actually went into Zero Dawn knowing a good chunk of the story and what Zero Dawn was beforehand, so I never actually did get the true experience of this place, which makes me sad to this day, but it is pretty incredible storytelling. Reception's need for additional support. Yeah, we are telling people that they need to work, what was it, like 60, 80-hour weeks for a couple months and then live in a bunker underground for the rest of their lives? Speaking of which, we better get Elysium in the next game. I thought there was one more data point. Now, the problem with having my HUD turned off is I'm definitely gonna miss some data points, and I apologize. Come on. Reception staff continues to require additional support managing ZD candidates when they arrive at the facility. Many are frightened and confused. Yeah, because a couple of them were like abducted, right? Human translators and mild sedatives for extreme cases. Yeah, can you imagine being one of like the therapists or receptionists? Like you were not getting into Elysium, I think, unless they were. I remember in one of the data points.
Take a seat and wait for your name to be called. A selection of beverages and snacks are available.
A smaller room.
I feel like in one of the data points, one of them mentions that they're not actually going to get into Elysium, although I may be mistaking that for a different piece of media. We'll find out. Oh god. This is so dark. Would it be possible to improve the soundproofing between VR1, the bad news, and the lounge area? Most of the candidates stay quiet during the presentation, but the ones who scream or sob can be plainly heard by candidates waiting their turn. Just a thought. God damn it. I'm gonna be a little extra cheery, or I'm at least gonna try to be, because this part of the game is depressing. Most of the old world ruins really are, aren't they? Restock or else. For the 5th time, please restock the lounge selection of herbal teas. Jesus. If I have to listen to one more egghead throw a tantrum because we're out of the organic cucumber mint or blackberry sage varietals, I'm going to lose it. No tempest in a teapot or steep demand jokes. I would be one of those eggheads. I better have my cucumber mint world's ending.
Viewing room 1 for an important message regarding the purpose of your visit.
What is it that Tate says? Blood coffee? The real stuff? All right.
What was this place?
It was the bad news.
CD01 data intact. Initiating playback.
Great cutscene though. I'm gonna shut up.
Welcome to Project Zero Dawn. I am General Harris, Chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff of the United States of America. I'm sure you've heard the rumors. That Zero Dawn is a top-secret super-weapons program. The technological miracle that will save us from the Pharaoh Plague, if Operation Enduring Victory can hold off the robots long enough. The reason I'm sure you've heard the rumors is that I'm the one who spread them, and they are all lies. Zero Dawn is not a super-weapons program, and it will not save us. Nothing will save us. Here's why. By the time the glitch was noticed, it was already too late. Nothing could stop the Pharaoh Plague. Nothing can. Its robots will continue to replicate and devour the biosphere.
How many horses? That was at 1,000 at least.
Destroyed. Our planet reduced to a barren sphere. Global extinction is inevitable. No matter how many we kill, the robots just keep exponentially making more. If we had their deactivation codes, we could shut them all down. The entire swarm. But since their cryptographic protocols use polyphasic entangled waveforms, cracking a code set would take half a century.
Pretty sure that's made up.
At best, we've got 16 months. Not exactly what you'd call a survival option. The destruction of a biosphere is not the sort of apocalypse you can wait out in a fallout shelter
8,000.
space station. There will be no Earth left to reclaim. Just a lifeless, toxic rock with several million Pharaoh robots on it, hibernating, waiting for something to eat. This is the horrible truth behind the lies of Operation Enduring Victory. My lies. Lies designed to inspire millions of innocents to sacrifice themselves in battle. Why? One reason. To buy time for you and the work you will do here. Zero Day, the day that life on Earth ceases to exist, is coming fast. It cannot be stopped. The hope of Zero Dawn is that something new might come after. But I will leave it to Elizabeth Sobek to shine that thin ray of light into the darkness. Harris, out.
Sorry, I screamed 8,000 because it said the projected number of horses was 8,000.
Life
That
on Earth didn't cease to exist.
is too many
He
horses.
said it could not be stopped.
But it was. Somehow Elizabeth saved us. I've got to keep looking. Find out how she did it.
Yeah, because I didn't really experience this the first time when I actually played it, I'd love to know in the comments what you guys were thinking at this point. I know it was 7 years ago now, but if you can remember, I'd love to hear it. Is that a wall?
Kestrels.
Yeah, okay. Oh, we're already doing combat. Okay.
Let nothing stop you from learning the truth.
Spread out! If it moves, kill it!
What is this place? A tomb?
It was a Starbucks. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Why do you have a fire spitter? No. Does jumping make noise in this game? It must, right?
Heard something above.
Yeah, it does. Oh, that didn't work. It didn't work. Kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him. Oh, shoot. Screwed that up. How much health? Okay, the boss is coming over. Let's run. Operation Starbucks was a bust. Or was it? Wasn't sure if I had leader strike. I'm glad I do. Am I just gonna call strike from above strike from Starbucks now? I'm okay with that. Oh, no, hold up. Oh, wait, that's my wrong bow. Hold up. That one needs overjaw.
We're too close to the tribal primitive stop us now.
Oh, I had the fire spitter. Is that the fire striker? My bad. There is a difference. Okay. Oh, is this vent the one with the power cell? There is a power cell here, right? No, I actually don't think there is one. I can't quite remember. It's been a minute. Captain Okilo. I believe this is one of the ones that got kidnapped.
I'm sure you now understand the urgency of why we brought you here, Ms. Okilo.
Captain Okilo, are you trying to thank me for not resisting?
I believe we couldn't negotiate a diplomatic solution.
Kidnapped.
When it came to my country's lithium, it was always a swarm that would be sent to negotiate. Metallurgic International, U.S. Robot Command. The markings changed, but the robots were the same.
You have had considerable experience in human-robot conflict.
Yes, and I've got the prosthetic limbs to show it. Yet I continue to face this horror, even though the challenge was great. Cyber warfare. I thought Zero Dawn would be a Manhattan project to generate the deactivation codes. With the resources I had, I estimated code breaking to be a hopeless endeavor. I was almost looking forward to being proved wrong.
Unfortunately, your estimation was correct.
As your General Hera said. So then, you did not bring me here to commiserate. What is left?
Do we hear from her in the Grave Horde? Is she the one in the Grave Horde? I don't think so, but that would be pretty cool, actually. Ron Felder.
Look, let's cut the mystery. You're building a colony.
This guy.
It's obvious.
It's not
And
gonna
it's not
work.
Gonna fly. I mean, literally.
Fly.
Remember the Odyssey? That multinational heap of space junk that's been in graveyard orbit since '57? That went nowhere real slow, and you have to get somewhere real fast. Do you have any idea the immensity of the challenge to prep a new colony ship in time?
To be clear, I'm not a worker on the project.
Do you even understand how few people it could save? The whole generation ship concept is not gonna happen. It's the first thing you'd abandon in favor of embryonics. For that kind of storage, we're talking a lot of bulk, a lot of power, a lot of resources. So even if you do it, even if you build it and point it at Sirius X,
Oh, they mentioned
there's
Sirius.
no room for people on that thing.
That's cool.
All right?
If you could try to remain calm.
You people are crazy if you think you're getting off this rock. No one's getting off.
Medical.
That is some A juicy foreshadowing. The Odyssey went somewhere real fast, turns out. Oh, I like her. Hers is really depressing, but I like her.
Suzanne Alpert, environmental scientist. Doctor?
I'm sorry, I wasn't,
Just stating your name. What were you thinking about, Doctor?
Nothing the General said, not really. I was on the Syzygy East Response Team in 2051, just after the second earthquake compromised the reactor.
Oof.
I still dream about it after all these years. The red zone spreading on the imaging slowly, so slowly, like a hand opening its fingers.
Your involvement in that event is why you were asked for by name.
Really? That's interesting. Because nothing worked. Nothing could grow there again. It was a catastrophic failure. But the red zone is a blip compared to global-scale biomass reduction. The biosphere and hydrosphere will collapse, render the Earth uninhabitable long before the robots finish us. Enduring victory can't buy time against that. So, you'd better show me what Zero Dawn really is.
Oh boy. It is a colony ship. No, I'm kidding. Oh, is this the one that tells them what they're allowed to do? Oh no, okay, this is just the one. I'm not gonna read it all right now, but it is essential to stress that all other options have been considered, including nuclear engagements. Yeah, it's the second one that's like, here's your options. You can be imprisoned, work on the project, or do what Suzanne does. Oh man, yeah, this area is a lot, isn't it? Just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Fire striker, yeah, okay, let's keep going. Is it the good news? It is the good news. This is one of the coolest moments in any game I've played. It just completely transforms
You've heard the bad
your perception
news,
of the world,
and
and
it's all true.
it's so cool.
The Pharaoh plague is devouring the biosphere. Life itself will cease to exist.
And still depressing.
But does that have to be the end? What if we could give life a future? What if we could build a kind of seed from which, on a dead planet, life could blossom anew? This is the aim, the hope, of Project Zero Dawn. To create a super intelligent, fully automated terraforming system and bring life back from lifelessness. What would such a system require? At its core, it would need a true AI, fully capable of making the trillions of decisions necessary to reconstitute the biosphere. An immortal guardian, devoted to the reflourishing of life.
Gaia!
We call it Gaia. Mother Nature as an AI. But that's just the core of the system. She will need to be surrounded and empowered by a comprehensive suite of subordinate functions. Think of them as extensions of Gaia's mind, each dedicated to a specific purpose. Now, these aren't AIs, but make no mistake, each presents an engineering challenge more profound than anything the human species has ever before attempted. Hardware that preserves and then gestates the billions of seeds and embryos from which life will be reborn. The construction of underground facilities to hold it all. And that's just the start.
Like, so many just things clicking.
The entire system.
Cauldron.
The beauty of a fully automated terraforming system is that it can build itself. Now, over the days to come, you'll learn how all these functions, all these pieces that you'll be working on, fit together. How we'll race the clock to execute our harvest initiatives, write the software, build the tech and the facilities. How we'll lock it down and seal it up before the inevitable occurs. But even more important, you'll know how it doesn't end here. How Gaia will generate those deactivation codes General Harris talked about, and build the transmission arrays to broadcast them, shutting down the Pharaoh robots for good. How Gaia will not just build, but imagine any conceivable robot it needs to do its work across centuries.
And you see the machine and you're just like, oh shit.
To the regreening of the earth from cryopreserved seed stocks. To rewilding the earth with animal life. And then, when all that is done, how a new generation of human
And then
beings
Julie's vocals
spawned at cradle
come in.
facilities around the globe will partake of Apollo, the vast archive of human knowledge and cultural achievement from which they will learn of us, our world, and most important, how not to repeat our mistakes. It's not an impossible dream. It is within our grasp if we work tirelessly and stop at nothing to achieve it. We can't stop life from ending. But if you will help me, help Gaia, we can give it a future. Join me and help make that future real.
Ugh. How long did it take Elizabeth to record that? Because she did good. Oh my god.
Earth destroyed, but then remade?
Yes, by a machine. A machine of creation.
Elizabeth did this. For life. For us. But why Hades then? If it was part of Gaia, how'd it end up in the wreckage of a Pharaoh robot? And why does it want to kill me? And Apollo, the archive of knowledge, what happened to that?
And Hephaestus, taking over Cyan.
Oh yeah, we've done Frozen Wilds.
Maybe the answers lie ahead.
Yeah, before this cutscene, you don't even know about Gaia, and like she's become such a important part of the story. It's just such a turning point in this game, in this universe. And this world really is one of the most unique sci-fi settings out there, if you ask me. Like, I don't have like a ton of exposure to all of them, obviously, but it's just so unique, so cool. And the scariest part is Grey Goo. The whole idea of self-replicating robots is like a little scary, you know? Especially with all of the new AI stuff coming out nowadays. I just recently heard about a robot that learned how to make coffee really well and then was able to teach other robots how to make coffee really well.
Medical wing inaccessible.
Anyways, is this... I just want more data points. Is this, Oh, is this the euthanization chamber? Oh, it totally is. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. No. God, this sucks. What an impossible position to be put in, though. Like, you're kidnapped, and then... Oh, the stranded shackles. Yeah, the Easter egg for Death Stranding. Yeah, you're kidnapped, then you're like, okay, you gotta work tirelessly on this project, live in a bunker for the rest of your life, or, you know... There it is, okay. Suzanne.
If you're still nauseous. No, the inhibitors have kicked in. I can't feel the back of my tongue. I wish I could tell you I'd believe in this. But the damage is too great, too extensive, too complete. With all respect to Dr. Sobek's work at Miriam, no. No, life doesn't always find a way to keep going. Sometimes it never comes back. Like Syzygy East. Like the Congo. Like Timor. Like us. That's our reward? A buried city full of terminal patients waiting out the clock?
Yeah.
You grow old together with your loved ones in safety. I don't have loved ones. I suppose I could start a family? I'm afraid not. All inhabitants of Elysium will be medically sterilized. A habitat capable of sustaining a starting base of 2,000 individuals for up to 100 years is a huge challenge, Dr. Alpert. If the population grows instead of diminishes, everyone will be dead inside 30 years. I knew it. I just couldn't bring myself to say the
Oh, that is
words.
devastating.
I'm sorry. Finish it. Medical euthanasia. I want no part of this. I just want it over. I see. Protocols require a 48-hour waiting period, after which...
And yeah, just to think about the resources that Zero Dawn had to dedicate to crafting Elysium, because they knew people needed that motivation to actually work on the project. When those resources could have been allocated to hastening the process of Zero Dawn, but humans gonna be humans. And I agree with it, like people needed that slim hope of like continuing to live at least a little bit, but... Oh, this is the colony ship guy.
Is he to make sure I behave this time?
Security, for your protection. Would you like to discuss how you're feeling?
Sure. I'll tell you. Surprised. No, flabbergasted.
Flabbergasted.
Like my own man would say, flabbergasted. That vein pumping in his forehead. I thought you people were just completely underprepared for a spaceflight project. But now I can see it's worse. Much worse. Sobek is a total fantasist, a dangerous fantasist. This kind of blue skying, it's... Jesus. I'm sorry we wasted each other's time. I'm ready to leave now.
I'm afraid that's not possible.
Yeah.
Everything you're talking about here isn't possible.
I recommend you read the documents regarding your options.
I've seen enough. I'm getting out of here. What did you know? Get your hands off me!
Yeah, this is technically super illegal, what they're doing here, but like, I mean, the world's ending, so it don't matter. Is this the guy that worked at, yeah, FAS?
Of course I'll do it. To be given
Oh, I missed his data point, I think. Shoot.
The damage? Well, I don't feel worthy of it, but I will do it, absolutely.
I want to stress that this was never about your culpability.
It is to me. Dr. Sobek, Margot, they were smart to get out of Pharaoh when they did, but not one of us...
Forgot Margot worked at.
They just told ourselves that we're cut out for the BTRI cabals. That's the better than rapid innovation. A better at competing, better than the next guy, a better killing machine. It's just amazing how a century and a half of science fiction did nothing to swerve our species from the path of doom.
Yep.
I mean, I'm done with that life. I mean, I will work hard, twice as hard to earn this, for my family to have a place in Elysium. I never thought that there could be atonement.
Yeah, it's too bad. I think we missed his first data point, but he just talks about his culpability and his guilt. It's so interesting to see all of the different perspectives, which are all super valid. His seeing Zero Dawn as a chance to you know, like you said, relieve culpability. Suzanne, who in the past has worked specifically on sites where life could not come back, and so of course her immediate reaction is going to be, well, this is impossible. And Ron, I mean, even though he was a bit, like, much with his reaction, is a totally fair reaction. Like, Zero Dawn in the real world probably could not be possible, and even with their advanced tech, like, oh, I bet you a lot of people were just like, nope, this is impossible, I'm done. Ah, yes, the 3 options. Participation. Minimum of 80 hours per week. You can go to Elysium with how many people? Your immediate family or 2 persons of your choosing. Okay, gotcha. Indefinite detention. You'll be given 48 hours to reconsider, at which point your decision to refuse participation will be considered irrevocable. And then, dead within 18 months due to feral plague. Oh my god. When the Zero Dawn facility is abandoned, detainees who wish not to opt for medical euthanasia will be just released into an atmosphere they probably couldn't breathe. The information you've just received understandably calls into question the purpose of continuing to live. God. If you would prefer to end your life at this point, pain-free medical euthanasia is available. Ugh. Like, let's just keep going. I forget what this one is. It is vitally important that candidates choose to participate in Project Zero Dawn voluntarily and knowingly, without additional coercion and without value judgment. Gotcha. When candidates challenge the plausibility of Zero Dawn, permit them to review Dr. Sobek's presentation as many times as they wish and allow access to supplemental articles G01 through P20. That's a lot of articles. Allow them to suspend the interview to fully process this documentation. Oh my god, oh my god. And I love that they took the time to write these guidelines, because it really just makes the whole situation feel so real. Like,
save these for the trail.
Sorry, this is a little dark, but I was gonna be like, let me know in the comments below what you guys would do if you... No, please don't. This is a situation that I do not even want to consider.
Get her.
No, no.
Don't die now.
I know. God. Okay, calm down. Sorry if I'm being a little forced chipper here. It's just this part is really depressing. A lot of this game is, wow, there's 3 fire strikers. Okay, bombs it is. Is there a room I can sneak into? Yes, there is. Okay. That's a data point. I will come back to that.
God, I found this.
This feels like a Half-Life thing, you know, sneaking to the side while they attack the main hallway. I miss Half-Life. It's been a while. That wasn't enough? Ugh. No, that guy's still there. Let's get him. Oh, I'm hitting the fire striker, that's why. Come on, Aloy, get in the... There we go. That's one. Nope, give me the gun. Thank you. This is not a good idea. Nope, yep, we're getting out of here. Oh! Maybe it was a good idea. Are you guys...
Power's down.
Are you guys okay?
I've done this before. Just need my focus.
This just looks like a really intense ab workout, you know? And you know what? If that's what you want to spend the rest of your non-life doing, I respect that. Let's make it more challenging, shall we? Oh! Worth it. Yeah, I'm gonna leave him be. Let's loot the other guy. And yeah, there was a data point in here. Ah, Tom Paik. We know how his story ends. He was with Charles, I think?
I hashed it out with them. What the point of Artemis was. I made it clear I wasn't on board for a global zoo. We haven't exactly proved ourselves to be great custodians in the past few thousand years.
No.
So the idea of a reconstituted biosphere, well, it's horrifying, isn't it? A complete horror show. We have no right to take a best guess at this stuff. But the alternative? Nothingness. For there to have been all this and then nothing. And with Charles Ronson running the show, I respect him. He's got a passion.
Never know when I might need these.
Shoot, sorry y'all, I stopped it. But I think it was almost done. I don't remember. Oh yes, she's for Apollo, I believe.
On the grandest scale, but there is so much unfairness. Why was I chosen? Was it decided by committee? By algorithm? My family will be saved because I happen to graduate in art history? Is this right?
Dr. Sauvé? Christina Sauvé?
Yes.
Someone recognized her.
Another historian. His fields are Bauhaus and the New Materialists. But he once attended one of my talks. Another unfair chance. Of all the many people in that auditorium, that we should both be here now. And yet, I feel more accepting of my fate. No, it is not fair. Not at all. But for the sake of my family, for the sake of art. Art is alive. It must be able to speak from beyond history and echo in the future, not perish into oblivion. This opportunity, I must do this.
That's actually a really beautiful data point. I completely forgot about it. It's little moments like those that I feel like Forbidden West didn't have as much of. And again, not to harp on that game, I love it so much, but there's just something so quiet and reflective about this game sometimes. Okay, let's solve a puzzle. Oh, my emotions. Is this not where we're supposed to go? I thought we had to... Ah, right here. Didn't see the door.
Here we go. Another one of these. Need to find the right configuration.
As someone who really does enjoy like good puzzle... I was gonna say good puzzle games, like this wasn't one, but it's a bit lacking. It's not really a puzzle. It's just hitting buttons. I appreciate Relic Ruins in the next game, Even though even they can be a bit tedious
I
sometimes.
should check the door nearby.
Is it that one? Yeah. I mean, they even improved that in Frozen Wilds with those node puzzles you can do.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I
Puzzle?
don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Okay, let's find that emitter. There we go.
Found one. Looks intact.
It's our lucky day. Also, yeah, there's a lot of stalactites and not overgrowth, because that implies vegetation, but you know, decay in here. But I guess that could just happen from like leaking water. Okay, so she said everything in reverse. Watch I fail at the puzzle. That would be bad, wouldn't it? And then this one on the bottom. Did I fail at the puzzle? Wait, maybe this one isn't reversed. It's just you had to go and fetch the extra thingy. I'm gonna leave that one just in case that one's supposed to be reversed. Wow, me talking about how good I am at puzzles. Oops. Maybe I was overthinking it. Oh, my bad. This one's supposed to be. Well, this is embarrassing. Oh, it's upside down. I'm so silly. Okay, let's just quickly tilt the head. Yeah, up. Please bear with me, folks. And then down. It's also midnight. No, what am I doing wrong? Hold up, hold up. It's down, left, up, right, down.
Hey, I'm done with Brett's incompetence, okay? Somehow, he managed to install an H-emitter node backwards. Everything's in reverse. I don't get paid to clean up Brett's messes. If you want it fixed, send him up to storage for a new emitter, not me. Parker out.
Wow, I really did just... Oh, wait. That's pointing down. Oh my god, y'all, I need more coffee. Oh, I did something. Let's leave my shame behind. I'm so sorry. Okay, listen, I'm gonna do a Portal stream at some point and y'all will believe that I can do critical thinking. Maybe. I technically have a degree.
Eclipse. They're here.
Avoid contact.
Lines look good.
I can't even drink water, right?
It's up there. Second floor.
Can you reach it?
So much for avoiding contact.
All right, strike from Starbucks. Let's do it. Oh, we got the Spreading Eclipse, a wonderful track from the official Zero Dawn soundtrack. Feeling very chaotic tonight. Had a long day at work today, y'all.
Someone here?
No. Get behind the pillar, that way. Surprise!
Eyes on me, brother.
Da-da-da-da. I was a little early. Is that? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, the eclipse is spreading! What was he just stretching? I respect that. Always stretch before a fight. No. Mm-mm. Yes, pork chop, come here. No! No! What the? That's a combine stun gun thing from Half-Life. Pick up the can. Well, it wouldn't be an honest cake playthrough if I didn't butcher self, am I right? Oh! What, is that a fire striker too? It's a rattler! Why are the rattlers good on them? Ah, shoot. Nope, nope, nope. I don't know what my health is. I have the HUD turned off. That went through him. What? What is going on? Okay. I can't pick that up, right? No.
You won't survive this.
Uno reverso. Nope, I want to stab him. Ah, he died. Okay. Woo!
Or not.
Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, there's so many of them. Dun, 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 dun. Okay, we had stealth again. We got stealth again. They're all right there.
I can see them. They can't see you.
Stop dawdling and search.
Do I murder bush them? Yeah, I can get him. What? Do I not have leader strike? Oh, jeez. Well, I'm dead. Why didn't I get stealth on him? Alright, that's one. We could try and pick up his gun, but it's probably not a good idea. Hello. Smack! Smack! Smack!
Room's clear. For a moment, anyway.
Then get moving. You have to find Gaia.
Did you not just see the 20 Eclipse soldiers I just took out? Oh my god, that was so much. I don't remember there being that many of them. Wow. I just like blacked out a little bit, I think. This is gonna be a long episode. I was wondering, like, okay, yeah, Zero Dawn facility. Maybe I could do like one big super like 1 hour episode for the whole facility. Nah, this is gonna be like 2 1-hour parts, I think. This is definitely like the longest bunker, I think, in the game. And that's as it should be.
I'll find a use for you.
Okay. Oh, yes, this is like the center area. Right. Okay, so we got all the sub-functions nearby. That's appropriate. Okay. Poseidon, Las Vegas, Apollo, Oblivion, and Heffy. I think we're gonna get some lines about Frozen Wilds here, right? Interesting that they had like pre-Cauldron, like an idea of what it was gonna look like. Like, hey guys, we're gonna do laser cutting. This is what it's gonna look like, I guess. Wow, and just to think that this is where cauldrons as a concept and a physical thing really came to be. It's pretty cool to think about. Oops. Wow! You weren't kidding about Gaia's predilection for animal morphologies. Sure, not totally unexpected given the rough natural terrain her bots will have to navigate, but I agree that there's something deeper going on here. And just like that, the writers figured out how we could have robot dinosaurs. Give them a round of applause. Works for me, honestly.
Hello, I'm Margot Shen, and this is Hephaestus.
Oh, I love you, Margot.
As the name might tip you off, this is going to be the subordinate function that Gaia will use to make lots and lots of robots. Her personal forge. Except, it's not that simple.
Never is.
So, like, you probably noticed that only about a third of you are robotics engineers. The rest, experts in machine cognition, virtual heuristics, that stuff. Well, that's because we aren't going to be the ones designing and building robots. The last thing we want is to burden Gaia with a bunch of outmoded 21st century designs. Waste of time. Our purpose is to empower Gaia to build the robots, and not just build, imagine, from scratch. Any robot she needs for any conceivable purpose, designed and fabricated at a snap of a finger. Hers. Her finger. So, Hephaestus isn't really the forge. It's more like the knowledge of craft and ingenuity of a mastersmith to wield the hammer. Encoded as software. Virtual creativity made real. Gaia's already learning. In simulation, she's doing some very creative things with fractal assembly and animal morphologies. Her designs aren't about to win the Elysium prize anytime soon, but hey, everyone has to start somewhere. So, yes, time to get started. Let's do this.
I don't get it. If Hephaestus was part of a system designed to save life, why would it use cyan to make a cauldron? And churn out machines with no other purpose than to kill people?
Somehow it's gone rogue.
I've seen these shapes before. In cauldrons.
Oh,
of course. The birthing places of Gaia's machines.
Oh, is this the laser cutter, maybe? I never actually noticed that or considered that. This is totally part of, or like the machine you use to cut out the cauldrons. That's so cool, huh? So many details in this part of the game.
I'll tuck that away.
I scraped like the bare minimum of machine cognition for my degree, and God, to think of something like Gaia, woo. But I mean, we're getting there with today's technologies, that's for sure. Anything secret? No. Okay. Sorry, I have my HUD turned off, so it does make catching everything a little bit more challenging. Ah, that's where we're going, right? Oh, I can't scan it yet. Weird. I think that's the Gaia projection later.
I think this is it. Elizabeth Sobek's office.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
It's
That's
sealed
the...
off. There's got to be a way inside.
Oh, I never noticed. This is really cool. Okay, so when Helis eventually comes in, he comes in from the exact same vents that those guys came in from. Because I was always wondering, like, where did he come in from? But it's where these same Eclipse soldiers came. That's pretty neat.
More Eclipse.
It's like my 5th playthrough in a... Just noticing things. Ow! I don't remember there being this many Eclipse. It's a lot of boyos. Definitely taking the most quiet route. I could probably shoot them here, but... Ah. Minerva, the best sub function. That was my name on the Discord forever. And I think Zamina is down here. Minerva, I want to go in there so bad. Oh my god.
Welcome to Apollo, the collective memory of the human species and the wellspring of knowledge for future generations. I am Samina Ebaji. Until recently, I was director of the International Collective Memory Institute in New Tehran.
Oh.
As a heritage professional, I devoted my career to the preservation of human knowledge, creative endeavor, and cultural achievement. Apollo is, therefore, the ultimate embodiment of a lifelong passion, albeit under the very worst circumstances imaginable. The challenges before us are immense. Specifically, we will have to design and implement 4 major initiatives simultaneously. First, the construction of data repositories in cradle facilities around the world, ensuring redundancy. Second, the collection and processing of a projected 180 million discrete data entries. 42 zettabytes of data in Mandarin, English, Spanish, and Arabic. Third, the transferal and encoding of all that data onto DNA encapsulated in synthetic fossils. The only medium capacious and durable enough to safeguard it without degradation for the centuries to come.
Was it the only
last, but not least, the development of the holographic interface and gamified curricula, by which future humans will commune with Apollo, progressively unlocking heuristic learning modules, leveling up their knowledge and skills they will need to take control of the terraforming system. That is the future towards which all of our efforts will be directed. Not just the preservation of the past, but the seed for the flourishing of a new tree of knowledge. Welcome, and let us begin.
Yeah, like the DNA thing is cool, but is that actually like, I'm trying to think of how it would, like, what about the spikes that Pharaoh had? I can't remember the name of the project, but it's the ones for the vantage point, like Infinity, or I can't remember the name of them, but it's fine. And if Apollo is on synthetic DNA, how could Pharaoh have purged it, right? That means there'd be some physical specimens left. Maybe he purged the software used to read it somehow? I don't really know, but I mean, it's still neat. And I do like that they kind of leaned into or mentioned how Apollo would work through like gamification of learning, because that is the best way to learn, like encapsulated DNA. Okay, maybe this'll Eternity, that's what it was called. Fatal shortcomings, too heavy, too massive, too power intensive, too prone to failure. Encapsulated DNA will easily hold the 40 plus zettabytes. Oof! We're projecting for Apollo. We'll need to select the inert material in which we'll embed the molecules, as well as design and fabricate the power systems and sealed reliquaries that will keep the DNA at -18 degrees Celsius for... Okay, so it was... Yeah, I don't know. Interesting. May I confess that I deem it entirely fitting, and I do like this part, indeed, propitious, that we will be using the very building blocks of life to preserve human knowledge from mechanized extinction. It's not just ironic, but heroic. Life is the hero beating back the forces of oblivion. It is cool and poetic. Speaking of life being heroic, let's go, kill a bunch of guys. I don't remember them having stun sticks. That's cool. I guess we kind of get a stun stick later on, don't we? Even though it's rigged. Don't want to... Oh, hi, you didn't see me. Oh, he definitely saw me. I want smoke bombs. I might be able to re-engage stealth. Nope, definitely not.
A gift from...
Bad guy. Oh, can't get cover there. Shoot. I'll take that. This is more fun than stealth.
That's the last one. On once more.
I think that's
the Cape of Wonders. Look
it.
around. See if anything is left.
For the Eclipse. I'm probably wrong. Oh, we get Harris's data point in here, right? It's a good one. I really do like it. More deep secrets. Can you imagine if we undertook a project like Apollo, where it's just like some of the greatest minds and educators in the world? Is that? I thought those were rats. Coming together and just being like, okay, let's just make like a pure distilled repertoire of knowledge that if something like this were to happen, we can use to teach future humans. Like what a treasure that would be. I mean, we have the internet and all that, but like with misinformation and everything, it's just, you can't trust anything nowadays. Yeah, anyways. It's fun to imagine what we could all come up with if we all put our minds together and, you know, cooperated for once. Alright, let's go find Harris's data point. I think it's up here somewhere. Oh, was that something? No. No, that's not. Ah, it's right here. I think. Yep. Also a little depressing, but cool nonetheless. Let's listen to it. This is the one that he mentions in the Grave Horde that he wants Elizabeth to... Wait, 2066? Oh, yeah, that's the right date. I was thinking of Fallout. I'm like, no, it's 2077.
Dr. Sobek, please archive this testimonial in Apollo. Cross-reference to all mentions of my name and Operation Enduring Victory. My name is General Aaron Harris. From 2060 to 2066, I served as the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, the highest-ranked officer of the United States Armed Forces. The tenure of my command included strategic planning and oversight of Operation Enduring Victory, a falsehood perpetrated on the civilian populations of the United States
and the world
and other nations.
Yeah.
During the last 14 months of life on this planet. Before the Pharaoh Plague, I did my job and did it well. I was bold and decisive, crafty in political maneuvers. It wasn't an accident that I rose to my position and became the commander of the largest mechanized force ever assembled. But to what end? My only lasting achievement was the extinction of life on Earth. And my one redeeming act, if any, was to delay that extinction by days or weeks, by throwing more death at it. It is my hope that there will be no need for men like me in the world to come. If you are one of the people of that future world listening to this message, please know that I am sorry and that I wish you well. Sincerely, Aaron Harris.
Ooh, my God. Yeah, what must have been on his mind for the last couple months of his life, right?
Welcome
God.
to Hades. Zero Dawn's extinction failsafe protocol. The ultimate killer app.
That's actually really funny.
Now, I know what you're thinking. The purpose of Gaia is to
Killer
resurrect
app.
life. So why give her a subordinate function, only purpose of which is to wipe out life all over again? I mean, what? Just plumb crazy, ain't it? Well, no, it isn't. Reconstituting a biosphere? That's a tall order. Tech smart as Gaia may be, odds are she won't get it right the first time. I mean, imagine you're Gaia, 200 years from now, and this new biosphere growing, it's all gone wrong. Alkalines are skyrocketing, coniferous forests eroding under the lash of superstorms that would have drowned Noah. It's chaos. Spinning top that won't stop wobbling. Now what are you gonna do? Release phase 1 organisms into that hot mess? Hope their CO2 and methane can balance out what you got started? Hell no. What you're gonna do, Gaia, is step aside while Hades takes over and does what you're just too darn nurturing and life-loving to do, which is burn that misbegotten mess of a biosphere to the ground so Gaia can start over.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Not burn, more like reverse terraforming operations and suffocate it. But you get the idea. Hades takes the biosphere back to zero. Square one, blank slate. And then, only then, does it hand the steering wheel back to Gaia and say, try again, old girl. And better this time, or we'll have to do this again. That's Hades. It's pretty badass when you think about it. Extinction on demand. Death on speed dial. All for the greater good, of course, but still, kind of metal. So welcome to Hades. Welcome to the void.
Okay, so if that's the original purpose of Hades, why does it want me extinct? And how's it end up in the wreckage of a pharaoh titan getting worshipped by the Eclipse like some kind of god?
If Hephaestus went rogue, why not Hades too?
That's what I'm thinking, but why? And what caused it?
Keep searching, and perhaps we'll find the answer.
Nemesis. Okay, but like, does having a subfunction to set it back to zero really make the most sense? Like, can you not just like slightly modify how the terraforming's going to set it back on course? I don't know. I get you need Hades for a narrative purpose, but like, really? I'm just kidding. Color me confounded, Liz. I can't do his. I'm not even gonna try. Bashcore. Anyone who says the old TT codes to Bashcore is straight up. I don't know what's going on, and you know it. Old Trav don't have no truck with commercialized razzle dazz. Nuh-uh. Heck, I'd rather guzzle a liter. Oh, he was okay. He's talking about music. Okay, right. Noise complaints. As for those requests to turn it down, no can do, Lizzie. This is how I code. Okay, I agree. Some of my best coding has happened at like 3 a.m. with like blue and red RGB lights on, listening to like the craziest dance music. I swear, it really does work sometimes. Turn down my death metal, might as well give up stimulants, chocolate malts, and industrial accident vids. I agree. If any of you guys are coders, let me know in the comments what your weird coding environment is. Not like a IDE environment, like a, you know what I mean. Me, it's Lady Gaga at 3 a.m. Tate here just popped 3 blues, but I earned it. I guess that's relaxance. Finally figured out a Goldilocks solution to Guy's rather extreme executive authority. If it ain't worth 10, 12 hours of dream time, what is? Yeah, this is kind of just how he talks about like the code shell around Hades that can relinquish control and all that. Yeah. Those blues are plenty strongs. Guess it's time to sleep and bed. I'll back to it tomorrow. Alligators. Good for you, Tate. You deserve some sleep. Is this the one about his media? Yes, it is. Your 666 submission in just 5 days. Oh, acknowledged classics of extreme exploitation cinema. Eastern European torture flicks. Oh my gosh. Tate, never change.
Looks like the only way onward.
Oh yeah, this is a pretty significant breach, it looks like. Silence, you could have came in this way. Maybe, probably not. Oh, this is Elysium. We're gonna hear some mention of Zero Dawn. Zeniths.
Welcome to Elysium, the crown and king of Gaia's subordinate functions.
I don't know about that.
For it is by Elysium that the human race will continue to exist.
Okay, fair.
I am Patrick Brochard-Klein, the alpha in charge of this program. Now let one thing be perfectly clear from the outset. Elysium is not a genetic engineering project. Our goal is to preserve the human genome, not alter it.
I respect that.
A snapshot of human genetic diversity, literally frozen in time. The genetic quintessence of our species, unmodified. Under my watch, our activities and initiatives will comply with the 2034 clone provisions and the 2048 Rally Accords. Now that may seem a quaint, even trivial concern to you in light of present circumstances, but as one of the authors of the Accords, it is far from trivial to me. The practical challenges before us are staggering in scope and complexity, but not insurmountable. No. Global collation and provisional storage of zygotes, perfection of exogenic technologies, design and perfection of servitors, to provide nurture and inculcation during early child development. All of these program components must and will proceed in
Don't know that one.
To say nothing of the breakneck construction of cradle facilities at sites around the world. So, si vous êtes prêts, let us begin.
Je suis prêt, allons-y. How would they have constructed cradles in places like China where the plague was just so nearby near the start? Like, they only would have had a couple months before it was gone. Ah, Far Zenith. The ectogenic chambers arrived 2 days ago. I've spent the last 36 hours examining them and poring over technical documentation. They're a revelation. Astonishing. I don't know what you had to give Far Zenith in trade to get these chambers, but it was worth it. It was the Apollo build, right? In a single leap, their embryologists have vaulted past 50 years of technological shortcomings, the risks of ECMO resolved, nutrition delivery resolved, things resolved. Before I examine these chambers, I consider the Odyssey to be a fool's errand, but if the rest of Far Zenith's technology is at this level, which it is, well, a human colony around Sirius doesn't seem so impossible after all. Mass fabrication of the chambers will present a number of challenges, but I'm confident they can be resolved. Yeah. Foreshadowing! They had way more than this, and these were developed in Ninma, I believe, the facility that we encounter Beta for the first time.
Are these what I think they are?
Yep.
Artificial wombs. Machines to spawn a new generation of human beings.
Ah, that is weird to think about. Development of the artificial personae for cradle servitors, nurturer, disciplinarian, healer continues at a good place. We are targeting Turing 0.4. That's their measurement for AI intelligence. I realize that's intelligence twice, it's okay. The stimulus-driven switching of personae, however, is proving to be a greater software challenge than anticipated, especially concerning our entrenched feedback loops between the disciplinarian and healer persona. Oh god, yeah. That could be bad. And I mean, we see how it gets bad in the cradle itself.
No space.
Cradle sealed. Oh, this is actually my question about the China one. Elysium 01 was successfully sealed before the swarm advancing across, can't say it, province could detect it. Ping back from crucial systems is good. For our maiden voyage, a success. Man, yeah, like just to think they're still developing and working on things while the swarm's already, yeah, oh my god. Regards my disputes with the betas over zygote selection. Of course, I understand we have limited overhead to run simulations of gene flow in our future humans, but we can all agree there is margin for refinement in future cradle populations. In addition to personally overseeing the completion of Elysium 02 site inside Mount Namuli, which I think is Madagascar, if I remember correctly, I will formulate and propose a modified zygote selection plan within the week. All very interesting stuff. And yeah, that little bit about Far Zenith is just so fun to read in hindsight, right?
Cradle facilities. Elizabeth said a new generation of humans would be spawned inside such places.
She did.
Oh, Mother Mountain. It was one of them?
There's only one way to be sure.
Oh, I'm so excited for the Heart of the North.
The hatch wouldn't open. Something about a corrupted alpha registry. I need to search Elizabeth's office.
Just to think of Demeter and Artemis, their whole facilities were just right there, locked. Well, we meet them later on anyways, so. We're going up or down? We're going up. What's down? Oh, literally nothing. Okay, I thought it was a pit. Anything over here? More. Not Artemis, sorry. What's this? Ether. My bad. Oh, this is where we get to talk to Gaia, or rather see Elizabeth talk to Gaia. Let's just look around. This is the Odyssey one, right?
Pure logic won't cut it, Ted. To pull this off, Gaia's going to need to have some skin in the game. It has to care.
What if it runs amok? Have we learned nothing from our mistakes?
Your mistakes.
Your mistakes, I think you mean?
All I'm saying is give it a kill switch.
She was just born, Ted. I'm not gonna put a gun to her head while she's still in the cradle.
You talk like it's a child. What if it becomes a monster?
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
Of course, Gaia, go on.
I'm sorry to contradict you.
I am
Mr.
Gaia.
Pharaoh's argument is sound. At this point, the development of my psyche is not entirely predictable. To ensure preservation of life, a hardwired override is, I believe, a necessary safeguard.
There. Satisfied, Ted?
Jeez, Liz, just do what it says.
And that, folks, is why we have the Master Override, I think, if I'm not wrong. So thank God for that. And I mean, we know now, thank God that Ted put the Omega clearance in. I mean, no, because we would have had... it's complicated.
Used to hold something. Some component that got removed.
What would benefit from antilope-enabled
Oh, this is the OG
though Caprid forms
processor.
show superior load-bearing capability.
Yep.
You're a quick study, Gaia.
Dr. Sobek, as I have conducted this comparative analysis of mammalian morphologies, I've gathered extensive data on the quaternary extinction event.
Oh? And your assessment? Gaia?
Logically speaking, the extinction was a natural consequence.
And yet...
But she's sad, which is good.
I find the loss of megafaunal species unaccountably sad. That they passed forever into oblivion.
Look at Elizabeth's reaction.
Causes me to experience a grief that is difficult to describe. Am I malfunctioning?
Oh.
No, Gaia, you're not. This is good. It's very good.
Nice to see Elizabeth have even a shred of hope for just a minute.
You will undergo a brief period of unconsciousness during relocation to Prime and final instatement.
Elizabeth, may I speak outside protocol?
When you're back up and running at the new site, we'll bring the subordinate functions online and see where we stand.
Elizabeth, I detect distress. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
I realize that circumstances compel us to launch earlier than we hoped, but all subsystems are operational. The odds stand in our favor.
But what if... Gaia, there's nothing left out there. You can't even survive unless you're wearing an environmental suit.
Oh, that's heavy.
There are billions dead, in fear and agony. What if it was all for nothing?
Elizabeth, extinction was inevitable. Thanks to you, life will have a future.
You really believe that?
I believe in you, Elizabeth. In you, all things.
That's what she says. In you, all things are possible. Man, yeah, at the end of the day, none of these people knew if it was gonna work. Like, can you imagine that? God. Alright, here we go. And of course, this is the Odyssey data point. They put it right here where you really cannot miss it. Let's read this whole thing. Terrible news, I'm afraid. Farzenith has informed me that the Odyssey mission has failed. Last night, telemetry indicated a catastrophic antimatter containment failure as the drive spun up to depart the solar system. The ship, its crew, its cargo of zygotes and seeds, its alpha build of Apollo, important, all were lost. Zero Dawn is now the only hope for the continuation of the human species and earthly life. I wonder if she believed it. You know? Like, cause she knew about Tilda and how crafty they could all be. She must have believed it if she told the Zero Dawn staff with that message, but I don't know. Oh, and this is what explains why we don't have most animals. It's coming along, Liz. I'm positive about it. If those words can still mean anything, yeah. We started mapping out primary succession, selecting the pioneer organisms for a balanced and sustainable biosphere, microorganisms such as insects, rabbits and hawks, foxes and wolves, thousands more that will have to wait their turn until our new generation can be entrusted with the duty of restoring them. That's really smart, because like they didn't want to have any like big creatures in the wilds because they wanted people to ride machines, notably Aloy, and so they wrote out big animals in the world, which is so funny, but it's a really smart solution. Oh, the people need to release those. Let's keep going. We've been in here forever.
Intact?
Yeah. No signs of corruption.
Then what are you waiting for? Copy the file.
You got like 10 seconds.
I can restore the registry at the hatch inside Allmother. Open it. Go inside.
And grasp the secrets within.
Where I was born. Maybe who gave birth to me.
Who? Are you really so naive? There will be no who waiting for you there, Aloy. Whatever birthed you into the world was a what, not a who.
You bastard.
Oh no, I had a legitimate birth. It's you, Aloy, who are the creation of a machine.
That line.
But what kind of machine and why? Why were you created?
Brutal though. Like,
Eclipse.
You need to get out of there. What you found is too valuable. You're too valuable.
oh, and there he is. Oh, that's chilling.
Still alive. Good. I have a more suitable death in mind for you, child.
Ruh-roh.